I'm recording. Okay. So we started with, I'm just going to recap. We started with the shoulder opener against the wall. Karate chopped the arm or the hand and turned our body like that. The palm is flipped up. And then we repeated on the other side. And now we're down on our mat in cat and cow. So we're on all fours. And with our breath, we're just going to fluctuate between the cow pose where our back is quite curved. And then when we exhale, we're going to puff up like the cat, like a Halloween cat, I guess. And then we're going to inhale, curve back, exhale, rounded back. I'm just going to fluctuate between that using our breath. In and out through our nose. The toes can be turned under or they can be flat. And the next couple of fluctuations, try to really, really exaggerate the curve in the back. Try to get a nice deep curve and then hang out there for a little bit. Then change. Inhale, nice deep lumbar curve. You really melt your heart between your shoulder blades. Really exaggerate. Arms nice and straight. Exhale, puff up the back. And come back to neutral. We're going to walk our feet up to our hands, and we're going to be in a forward fold. So you can just stay low. It's okay to have the knees bent. Or you can put your hands on your shins and fold forward. Or just reach out further. This is kind of nice. Reach out a little further. Try to straighten your legs. Take the thighs back behind you. See if you can even get the curve into your back a little bit here while you're forward folding. Just exploring a little. Walk the hands back more close to your feet and let your head go. Okay, inhale on up. Okay, I'm going to face you guys for this part. We're going to do crescent pose, which is a side bend. I don't know that you'll be able to see my arms, but I'll go down like this. You'll be standing. You're going to inhale your arms up, and then we're going to do this hand clasp. I'll come a little closer so you can see. Your pointer fingers are together like that, okay? And then they're up above your head, head between the arm bones, and then standing, you're going to bend toward the right, okay? Now I think you see what the arms are supposed to do. I'm going to stand up. So you're going to really push down with your heels and press to your right. So I guess you guys will be looking like this. Okay, inhale back up to the center. We'll go to the other side. Press down very firmly with your heels into the earth and really reach out through the hands. Make yourself longer, taller. Inhale back up, hands to your heart. All right, we're going to go to Parsvakonasana. It's just side angle stretch. So let's do right, I'll mirror these instructions. So your right foot will be forward. You do a pretty good bend into that leg, the front leg. The tendency is for the knee to go this way, you know. We're going to take the knee so that it's over the ankle. Align that. The back leg is straight. You can take your forearm to your knee. Let's try taking the thighs back here. Thighs are back, and then the tailbone down. Press against your leg so you get some space here, so you're not collapsing. And then take your arm, and you're going to just, reach out toward me first. And then draw the arm back, further into the arm socket. And then just swim the arm over the ear. Now press with that back foot, especially the heel, into your mat, and then really reach out through these fingers of the extended arm. And get a nice, intense side stretch. All right. Go ahead and straighten the leg. We're just going to turn our feet forward and switch to the other side. We're going to do Parsvakonasana on the other leg. So we're just turning that one out. If you're curious about the alignment of your feet, the heel of the front foot approximately aligns with the arch of the back foot. We're going to bend into the front leg. And again, your knee's probably going to go like that. That way, you want to make sure it's over the ankle. Take a nice deep seat. Forearm is on your leg. Try to keep some space here. You can get that by pressing down with your forearm. Shoulders down and back, just like the first pose we did, where we took the shoulders back and then lifted our heart. Reach the arm out, swim it over the ear, and really press into the foot of the straight leg, reaching out through the fingers of your extended arm. Breathe here. And you can take your arm to your hip and then straighten the leg. Turn both feet forward. And we'll just bring them together. Okay. In between each one, we're going to take another crescent pose and see if we've accessed a little bit more of our side stretching, if we've opened up a little there. So it'll be the same setup as before. I'm just demoing the arms. You're not going to come down to a knee. You're still standing. And your hands will look like this, like we did before. And we're going to tip to your right. You're going to press into your left foot as you're tipping to the right. And really reach out through those fingers. And see if you can access a little bit more of a bend. Take the top armpit back. And then inhale up. Same thing, other side. So now you're going to press more into your right foot as you're extending out to your left. And try to reach, straighten your arms and reach straight out as far as you can. You might need to take this, let's see, that'd be right armpit back. And then see if you can access a little more of a bend. Inhale up, hands to your heart. Let's breathe here. A few breaths in and out through the nose. Set my yoga watch. Here we go. Okay. Next one is Trikonasana, so triangle pose. Kind of same setup as Parsvakonasana. Take a wide stance. Turn your right foot forward. Now this time, we're going to approach triangle like this. We're going to tip. We're going to try to keep our side bodies long. So a lot of times what you're going to see is this, and you get this smash-o thing going here. We don't want that. And we're going to try to keep both side bodies on tilt. I think you can see the difference there. And then you're going to take you can take your hand to your ankle, or if it's accessible, you can take it to the floor, or just the fingertips to the floor, is fine. And I think it's a little easier on the outside of the foot. And then from here, this arm, let's take your arm, just check mine out, and turn it palm up. So kind of like the same arm we had for Parsvakonasana. And we'll take that over our ear. Woo! The traditional gaze would be towards your fingers. But if that makes you dizzy or anything like that, or it hurts your neck, just look down. And press into your feet, especially to the back heel. And then reach strongly through your fingertips. Okay, hand on the hip. And then come on up. Turn both feet forward. We're going to take Trikonasana or triangle pose on the other side. Left foot is pointing straight toward the short end of your mat. The legs are going to be straight. It's fine also to turn in the back foot a little bit. Sometimes that's helpful. It just depends on your body, you know, which works better for you. All right, so remember, we're going to tilt, trying to keep the side bodies long on both sides. Reach out with your left hand and then find where you want to put your hand, either the ankle or maybe on the outside of the leg or the inside. Okay, then we're going to take this hand, palm up. We're just going to reach it right over the ear. Try to take that upper armpit back and really reach out through your fingers of that top arm. Trikonasana. Remember to press into the back heel strongly. I did that and my spine just popped when I did it. So, okay. You can be your own chiropractor. Right, turning both feet forward. Bring the feet together. Okay, we're going to go back to the crescent pose again to see, you know, if we've accessed more side body length. Let's give it a try. I think you guys know the hand hold by now. So like that. Arms up. We'll go to our right first. Notice my feet are like right under my hips. I'm going to try to keep both side bodies long as I bend to my right. Press more to your left foot. What's going to happen is this armpit's going to want to do that. Take it back and bring your right hip a little more forward. And I think you might notice that you can access a little bit more of a bend. Inhale up. Woo! Okay, same thing other side. Remember that top arm is going to want to roll forward. So you're going to Take it back. Press into your right foot or heel and really stretch out through the fingertips, keeping both side bodies long. Obviously, this one will be longer. Inhale up, hands to your heart. Let's see, what do we got? Parsvakonasana, again, we're going to try maybe to take it a little deeper. That's the side angle pose. All right, so let's take right foot forward, bend into the leg. Remember, the knee is going to be stacked over the ankle. Press strongly into your back, straight leg, especially the heel. And then swim the arm over the ear. Now, instead of, you can stay here if you want. That's completely fine. If you got a lot by doing this, then stay here. Or for a little more, I think this is easier if you're on the inside of your leg. Yeah, that's definitely a little easier. This would be a little harder. So pick one. And also, there's no problem of changing your mind. You're like, no. And then go back here. That's fine. Make it a nice, intense side body stretch. All righty. Let's come on up. Switch to sides. Knees over the ankle. Bend into that knee. And then this is what we did before. We had the forearm on the thigh. But now, if you want to go a little more, you can take that hand down to the ground. I'm on my fingertips, I always like that. And actually that arm can press the knee back a little bit too, so that can kind of be a nice little assist you can give yourself. Nice side body stretch, really reach through the fingers. Press into that straight back leg. Woo! Okay, come on up. All right, thigh stretching is on the docket. Let's see, Anjane. So Anjane is, I guess you'd call it a monkey lunge. So let's take our right foot forward. Oh, I guess I'll do it this way. So we're in a pretty deep lunge like that. Okay. You can even put your hands on the front knee. And then you're gonna feel a pretty good stretch in the hip flexor here. Kind of drag the knee isometrically toward the front. And then let's add the arms for that long side body stretch here. You can use the same handhold we've been using with the fingers. I don't know, I'm thinking of Charlie's Angels for some reason, you know. All right, and then to help yourself, you can press up, and then we'll just go ahead and switch to the other leg, Anjaneyasana. I'm just thinking of so we're deeply lunging into the left leg now. I'm just thinking of, the spring when the daffodils first come up. They have to kind of, I'm sure there's this whole emerging thing that's happening. So I feel like that's what we're doing. We're preparing for spring, side bends, twists, just ready to emerge. Really reach up to those fingertips. You can even make this into a little back bend. So you have a little curve in the lumbar region there behind you. Drag that kneeling knee toward the front a little bit, isometrically. And release. Right. Ekapada Bakasana is the thigh stretch. So on this one, we're going to lay on our stomach. It's possible you might, I don't know if you guys will, but some people would like a strap for this. If you don't have a yoga strap, you don't have to go run and get one now because I don't know that you guys will need it for this, but we may need it later. At the end, we'll definitely need something. You could use a man's necktie, which works just as good as this will. But I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to stretch our thigh. And for that, some people would like to loop the strap around their foot to get it. But I'm going to venture to guess that we can probably all reach our foot. So you can, actually, if you bend up your knee a little bit too, you can access your foot a little better. You're going to actually grab, let's see, the inside of the foot. So the thumb is up and you're grabbing the inside of the foot. That's where your big toe is, you know. So like that. And then you're just drawing the foot towards your butt. The other leg is extended. And if that's not happening, and you're like, I don't know how Bruce is liking this one, but there's another way you can do it. So I'm going to show you that. Because
He didn't join us, so don't worry about him.
He's not here?
No.
Oh, okay. So I won't worry. But there's an alternative, and I'll show it real quick. So you can do it with your hand on the wall to hold yourself up, you know, and you can just do it this way. Which a lot of runners do this. So that's pretty much the same thing that we're doing here. Okay. And some people can turn their hand around. I'm not quite there yet.
What do you mean turn your hand around?
So your hand would look like this, but you have to really be able to get your heel to your rear end to do that. But this is fine too. I can go about like this far.
Should our knees be close to each other? Or should the one knee be out to the side more?
It could be out to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. It shouldn't be way out to the side though, yeah. I know it's hard to tell with my black pants on, a dark mat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So approach it with your thumb up, a thumb up, and then come to the inside of the foot, you know, on the side where the big toe is. And that's where you clasp. And draw that in. Okay, we can release that. All right. Now come on up, just all fours. We're going to take a thigh stretch. We can take it from Anjaneyasana, but that could be a little intense. So that would look like this. A thigh stretch with Anjaneyasana. And sometimes my hamstring doesn't like that. It kind of just got mad at me there. But you can also take a thigh stretch just from your all fours. I like to do opposite. So let's go ahead and substitute that, and then maybe we'll just visit that other one real quick. All right, so I'm going to take opposite hand to foot, and like stretch like that. Toes under or not. So there's that way. And then the shoulders are doing the same thing that we started with. You know, they're scooping up your heart. Okay. And go ahead and switch sides. We have opposite hand to opposite foot. Also resist by kicking away with your foot, you know, isometrically, and then drawing in with your hand as well, simultaneously. Okay, release. I put the heater on in here. I got to shut that off. Whew. Okay, so if it was an Anjaneyasana thigh stretch, it's that first pose we did, right? Kind of a monkey lunge. And then you would take same foot, same hand, and you can actually turn to get it, you know, that's fine. Like so. And that can be a little tricky on the knee that's down. Some people like to put down padding, but if you're not directly on your kneecap, you should be okay. Because we're really in a more of a monkey lunge, so we're not really directly on that kneecap back there. All right, so we tried it. Now we're going to do the other side. Give that one a try. Why not? I have a wall next to me, which is kind of nice. So you can also put your hand down, you know, it's fine. Pull it in towards your butt. And you can take your butt to your heel too. Sometimes that helps. Mentally helps you get it better. You know, instead of thinking I have to get my heel to my butt, how about taking my butt to my heel? All right, and release. That's good. So guys, this is where you would want some sort of a tie or something, or a strap. You could probably even use like if you have a towel and just kind of roll it up. It would work. It would probably work too. I'm even thinking like my sweatshirt, you know, like anything, because what we're going to do is wrap it around our foot. I just want to see if that would work for giggles. Yeah, see, like this would totally work too. I'm just using like the sleeve of my sweatshirt, and that works. So get something like that. We're going to lay down on our back, and this is going to be Supta Padangusthasana. All right. And let's take I will go ahead and mirror. I'm not sure how much that will help you, but it might. Take your right foot up into the air. And then you can bend the knee and get the strap around the foot. All right. And then I like to just, you can keep this leg bent, the other leg bent, or you can straighten it. And then you can just like pull this straight down towards you, just straight down. And you can try just rotating in the hip socket, hip joint. And then as you're able, you might try to extend it more towards your head, keeping the leg as straight as you can. That can be a little intense, I know. Just breathe into that sensation. Just think of yourself as that, you know, that flower that's underground that's thinking about starting to blossom and grow, renew. All right, now, this is my thing to switch sides because I'm lazy, right? So I'm just gonna do this. Let that foot take over. And we'll just repeat that on the other side. So we started by just pulling the strap right straight down. Did a little rotation in the hip joint. And now we're going to take it more toward our head. It might feel good to resist down here at the top of the thigh with the other hand. It might feel more supportive. All right, and then we're going to go back to the first foot. I'm going to try something a little different. It's Supta Padangustasana, but it's going to be off to the side. So that's why I had you guys turning in your hip joint. So go ahead and do that a few times. Turn the foot in the hip joint. Then have it so that the toes are pointing away from you. And then we're going to slowly take the foot out to the side, just to the degree that you're able. Like if you stop here, that's fine. No big deal. Everybody's body is configured a little differently. Keep pulling it in towards you as you extend out, and extend out through the other foot as well. Then inhale that foot up. We're going to switch legs. I'm going to scooch over, or else my foot will hit the wall probably. Okay. Remember what we did? We rotated our leg and the hip joint. Turn the toes away from you, and then out to the side. Pull that strap towards you. Extend out through both feet. Inhale up. And you can just let it go. We're done with that. All right. Don't move because I'm not sure what we're doing next. I don't want to make you get up if you don't have to. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Roll to the side and press yourself up. We're just about done. We're going to take Baddha Konasana. So we're going to be seated. Some people call this cobbler's pose. Your feet are together. And then we're going to kind of scooch butt walk up toward our heels. Your knees are going out to the sides. Don't think of pressing them down. Think more of lengthening them out. We're trying to get length everywhere today in our practice. Trying to stretch and we're trying to grow. We're getting ready for spring and a new life ahead. You know it's going to be different. It's going to be better. All right. So let's release Baddha Konasana. And just take your legs into a cross position. We're going to do a couple of twists. Please take your right hand to your left knee and turn toward that hand. The other hand is behind you on the floor. You're going to turn towards your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall and twist. And then just try taking a peek over the other shoulder. Just only move your head. There. Okay, release, and then we're going to switch sides. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs as well. And we're just going to switch sides, twist. You can help lengthen your body by pressing down with that right hand to help you get taller. Kind of think of twisting from the navel up. You're twisting from the navel up. And from the navel below, you're rooting down, kind of at the same time. It's just a visual thing. Okay, we're going to take our legs to the side like this. Here, I'll do the opposite. So you guys are just mirror what I'm doing. So this foot, the one on top, goes in the arch of the other one. And on this, if you feel kind of really lopsided, you can put something under your hip to kind of even that out a little bit. Although this side will be up more. This hip will be up more. Okay? It's lopsided. It's kind of like we were when we were in triangle and we were tipping, you know? And this is also a twist. So you just put your hand on the top knee and twist. Left hand on the knee. Twist to your right. And just switch the legs, opposite direction. Same thing. Twist. Try to keep length while you're twisting even here. Inhale back to center. Okay, we're going to try couple more things if that's all right. Take a wide-legged stance. This is called Uttanishta. So we're going to take the legs, pretty wide. And then you can take your hands behind you and you're going to just kind of scoot yourself forward. And you can point and flex your feet while you do it. Like when I'm pointing, I'm kind of scooting and I'm trying to roll my thighs back behind me. So I'm not lifting myself up. I'm kind of dragging myself forward. Okay? See how that does for you. And you can support yourself with your hands. Lengthen and lift the heart like we did before. Same thing. Okay, next game, we're going to take the right foot, bend it in toward the groin. And then we're going to turn, this is wide-legged Janu Shirshasana. And we're going to just fold over the front leg. We're going to try to stay long. So we're not with the goal of trying to put our head down to our knee or anything like that, even though that's what that means. Janu Shirshasana is head to knee. I like to just take my fingers and drag them isometrically toward myself. All right, now we're going to try one more little thing. And we're going to turn. This is not like my best pose, but we're going to give it a try. So you're going to take your hand like this, and you can clasp the inside of the foot, or I like to just grab my big toe. Okay, and this is the real pretty one that I can't make look that pretty. But then you reach, remember how we did our arm before? Your palm was up and you went like this. You could do that. Some people like grab that one and it looks really nice, but this is fine too. If you want to go further, go ahead. Inhale up. Do the same thing on the other side. So this is wide-legged Janu Shirshasana, and then the other one's called Pavrita Janu Shirshasana, which just means it's like a twisted version of this. Okay, so we're going to face the leg, drag the fingertips towards you. We're more going for length in this practice. Length with the idea of growing. Okay. All right, let's try the twisted version. So you're taking I really do like just grabbing my toe. I think Nice to have something like a little handle. Okay, turn the hand. And it's the same hand thing that we did before in our other poses. Woo. Inhale up. Okay, guys. Lay on your back. We're just going to hug our knees to our chest, like so. And then also take your knees and see if you can create the curve that we had, remember, at the beginning with cow, the lumbar curve on the cow pose. So try to get the curve back. And then it's sort of like doing cat and cow on your back. And then hug your knees. That's sort of like the cat. This is kind of like the cow. We'll just take a short shavasana. So go ahead and stretch the legs out and apart from each other. Close your eyes and take rest. The hands can be on the belly or to your sides with the palms up. Go ahead and shut off a light if that makes it nicer for you. Put something over your eyes. If you have that sweatshirt or something nearby, just put it over your eyes to make it darker. And just come back to a natural breath. Okay, I can hear my grandfather clock in the background just struck 5. So let's bend our knees up, drop them to the side. Press yourself up slowly. Head comes up last. Hands in front of your heart. Thank you for stretching and growing with me today in our practice. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks, Becky.
And I'm going to shut off the recording.